Hi, welcome to Beginner Flow. My name is Kierstin. I'm going to lead you through a pretty quick series to, if you're new to the practice, this should be something that feels very accessible and a good introduction to a yoga practice. So we are going to begin in a seat, or our asana in Sanskrit. And I enjoy sitting on my heels here. You can widen the heels a little bit if this feels good, sitting in our hero posture or our virasana. You could also place a block or a blanket underneath the seat, or a blanket between the calves and the hamstrings to get a little bit more comfortable. Always make yourself as comfortable as possible when you begin this practice here. So placing the palms down on the thighs, maybe the eyes close, or maybe you take a soft gaze down the tip of the nose, and then take a nice full breath in and an open mouth exhale. Allow shoulders to soften away from ears. Feel a gentle tuck of your tailbone pulling belly towards the spine. And then you might even notice a sensation lengthening through the crown of the head, like someone's pulling a string right up the length of the spine. And as we begin our yoga practice, taking a moment here to ground down, to notice the sensation of the points of contact with your body and the floor. So the shins, the tops of the feet. And feeling a gentle heaviness there, and then a lightness through the chest and the heart as you gently draw the shoulder blades together. Together we will take 2 more breaths, so exhale the air out. Inhale, fill up. Open mouth, exhale. 1 more breath in and out. And then drop your chin towards the center of the chest. And gently rock right ear, right shoulder. Left ear, left shoulder. Taking your time. Moving the chin up and down in space. You find a sweet spot, kind of pausing there, taking a breath, lengthening through the sides of the neck. Make sure you go to the opposite side just 1 more time. And then drop the chin back towards the center of the chest. Inhale, lift the chin back up to neutral. If you start to feel any tingling through the legs, you can readjust your seat. Again, get comfortable here. We'll take some seated cat-cows here. It's just warming up the spine. So on your inhale, slide the palms back towards your hip crease. Pull your elbows in towards your ribs. Lean the head back. Draw the shoulders back. And then as you exhale, slide the palms down towards your knees as you tuck the chin towards the chest and around the spine. Inhale, open up through the chest. Draw shoulder blades together. Let the head fall back. And exhale, round every drop of breath out here. 1 more time, big breath in. And exhale. And then inhale, come back up to a nice neutral spine. Soften the shoulders again away from the ears, and then lift the arms overhead. Bring the palms to face each other, those pinkies spin in, and then drop those shoulders away from your ears once again. Take a nice big breath in, lift up through the sternum. And then exhale the right fingertips down. Take a nice gentle bend over towards your right. Create a lot of length through left side body. You might take your gaze past your elbow. If that doesn't feel good, you could always take it down to your right fingertips. The palm might come down, or the fingertips ground down. And take a breath in. And a breath out. And then inhale, come back through center, both arms reach high. Exhale, left hand down. Again, either fingertips ground down or the palm reach really long through right side body, and take a gentle bend over to the left. Again, looking down at the left hand or up towards that right elbow. Take a breath in, a breath out. And inhale, come back through center, lift those arms high. And then as you exhale, we're gonna bring the hands down in front of you here, working our way into our tabletop, our hands and knees. And if there was any tingling through the feet or the shins, just gently tap out the feet, bring some sensation back into the bottom of the legs there. Spread your fingers really wide as possible. Pinkies move away from the thumbs. Your wrists are under the shoulders here and the knees are under the hips. On an inhale, we're taking our cat-cows now on hands and knees. Drop the belly, spread through collarbones, lift the gaze, lift the tailbone. And then exhale, really push the mat away as you round through the spine, tuck the chin to the chest, squeeze the breath out. Inhale, drop belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round. One more time here. Big breath in, fill up through the chest. And exhale, create some space between the shoulder blades. Inhale, tabletop here. And then walk the palms up one palm length, spread the fingers really wide. Grip down through your fingertips and your knuckles here. It's like you're almost trying to pick your mat up off of the ground here. You'll notice a gentle sensation through those shoulders. The shoulders turn on, tuck your toes. Take an inhale, lift the knees, and as you exhale, push into the palms to begin to reach the hips back. And then maybe begin to straighten one leg and the other, working your way into your downward facing dog, your Adho Mukha Svanasana. As you're here, allow there to be a gentle bend through the elbows. Take some pressure off of the wrists. And then widen the shoulders away from the ears here. So it's like we're spreading through the collarbones. You can shake the head out if it feels okay. And also pedal out through the feet, bending one knee and then the other, creating a little bit more space through the backs of the legs. I'm going to take 2 more breaths here. So take a big inhale, a big exhale, one more breath in and out. And then bend the knees, look between the thumbs, and nice and slow heel toe the feet to meet the thumbs at the top of the mat. Take your time here, bending the knees as much as you need to. And then we'll take 2 halfway lifts. So on an inhale, hands, palms come to the legs, shoot the crown of the head forward and the sits bones back. And then exhale, soften at the knees and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, pull belly to spine here. And then exhale once again, fold Uttanasana. You can bend the knees as much as feels necessary here. Maybe grabbing opposite elbows and taking a gentle sway side to side, really allowing gravity to take the full weight of the arms, the shoulders, the skull. Maybe even playing with pouring the weight from heels to toes. And take another inhale and exhale. And then drop the fingertips down to the mat. Bend the knees just a little bit so the chest rests on the thighs and bring your hands to your hips. So coming up to stand really safely for the low back. Make sure we're not pouring all the weight into that low back. Make sure the weight is in the heels, so wiggle your toes. And then we'll take a breath in, lift up halfway, pull belly to spine. Keep the hands on the hips. Pause here, exhale, and then inhale, push into the soles. The feet come all the way to stand, lift the arms overhead. As you exhale, you can guide the palms together and draw a line with the thumbs down the center of the body, hands at heart center. Take an inhale and an exhale. And then inhale, lift the arms. Maybe you lift the gaze as well. And exhale, soft through the knees as you fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale for a halfway lift, lengthen the crown of the head forward. And then exhale, plant hands and step back into a plank. So in this plank, the fingers are spread as wide as they can, wrists underneath the shoulders. You can always bring the knees down as a modification, but still scooping the tailbone under, turning the core on. Legs are engaged here, heels reach back if you're not on your knees, gazing down at the mat or out in front of you. Take an inhale and an exhale. One more breath in And then exhale, drop the knees, you lower all the way down to the belly, elbows hug in towards the ribs. Reach the toes back, so tops of feet push down into the mat, elbows hug the ribs, and then inhale, nice and slow, peel the chest up. It's like there's a string between the shoulder blades. Drop the chin to the chest. Exhale, lower the chest down. Tuck your toes. Inhale, tabletop, push yourself back, hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, grip down through the knuckles and the fingertips. Micro bend through elbows, draw shoulders away from the ears. Take an inhale and an exhale. And this time, bend the knees, and you might choose to take 1 or 2 big steps to the front of the mat this time, and then fold. And once again, we come all the way to stand, but with a flat back here. So pull your belly towards your spine, bring the hands to the hips as you bend the knees just a little bit. And then inhale, come all the way to stand, pushing into the feet, lift the arms overhead. Exhale, bring the palms together and draw that line with the thumbs down to the heart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift the arms, maybe lift the gaze. Exhale, soften at the knees, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, take a halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, plant hands, stepping back into our plank. Again, always option to bring the knees down immediately. If not, take a full inhale. Exhale, drop the knees as you lower all the way down to the belly. Again, elbows hug those ribs. Reach the toes back, the legs are engaged. Push the tops of the feet into the mat. On your inhale, peel the chest up again. Elbows draw back, shoulders draw back. Drop the chin. Exhale, lower down. Tuck toes. Inhale, hands and knees, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. We will do one more sun salutation. That's Namaskar A. So moving through, warming up the spine, warming up the body. Bend the knees, look forward. Maybe take that opposite foot and take that big step forward to the top of the mat and fold. Inhale again. We bend the knees, come all the way to stand nice and safe for that low back. Exhale, palms together. Draw that line down the center of the body. Inhale, lift the gaze, lift the arms. Exhale, soften and fold at the waist, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift to lengthen. Exhale, plant hands, step back into plank. Last plank, I promise. Take a breath in. Exhale, drop the knees, elbows hug ribs, lower down. Tops of feet reach back. Inhale, peel up for your cobra, your bhujangasana. Exhale, lower chest down. This time, instead of coming into our downward facing dog, inhale, push up tabletop, and then draw the knees wide, bring the big toes to touch, and come to your child's pose. So in child's pose, hips back towards the heels. You can extend the arms really long and keep the elbows off of the mat, but I really enjoy bringing the forearms as wide as the mat and taking a bend through the elbows, and then bringing the forehead down, just really allowing the chest to melt down between the shoulders. Rock the forehead side to side. You might give yourself a little forehead massage. Notice the breath here. Notice the heart rate as we just warmed up the body, creating a little bit more heat, a little bit more movement, more energy flow. Notice if the breath feels a little bit less stagnant. One more big inhale, big exhale. And then walk the palms under the shoulders. Inhale, slowly roll up. Head is the last thing to rise. Go ahead and bring the knees together to sit on the heels one more time. Coming up to a neutral spine, palms on the thighs, close the eyes. Drop those shoulders again. So taking a moment, just an inventory of the body. Notice how you feel from just a few minutes ago as we began this practice. Know that you yourself cultivated this feeling. We will end with one more breath. So exhale the air out. Take an inhale, fill up. Take an extra sip of air at the top. And an open mouth exhale. Perhaps guiding palms together and tucking the chin. Just thanking yourself for practicing. Thank you for practicing with me. Enjoy.